Can't remember. I can't remember exactly when. In fact, I'll check my channel to see when exactly it was. There you go, I'm finally fucking live. Took about 20 minutes. So anyhow, let me see when I said this, right? Because here we go. The news is here. Pep Guardiola is ready to stay at Manchester City beyond next summer. Blah blah blah. We'll get into this later. But first I do want to just check when I made my video on Pep Guardiola ain't leaving. Because this is pretty much everything that I made my video about. Just being correct. Let me just search this Pep video. I can't find it. Oh. How long ago was this video, man? It wasn't that long ago, was it? Pep, come on. When did I make this fucking video? How many fucking videos do I make? Why can't I find it? Oh, here we go. May 27th, Jesus Christ. I didn't realize it was that long ago. That is almost 2 months, you know? That is almost 2 months. Anyhow, to the topic at hand. Pep Guardiola is ready to stay at Manchester City beyond next summer. I said all of this in like the video I had on May the 27th. Go watch that if you want. Don't watch it if you don't want, I suppose. But if you don't know who Tolmi is, he is the grandson of Strootman. What is Strootman's first name? I think it's Bert. Bert Strootman. If you don't know who that is, it is the goalkeeper in the FA Cup final who had a broken neck and played it and won the FA Cup with a few decent saves. So that is who he is. He actually has connections with the club. Okay. Jesus Christ. Fucking retards. He has been right about a lot of stuff he talks about. He never says that something is gonna happen. He just says his opinion on stuff, right? So when you read Tolmi's stuff, do always read it. He never says this is gonna happen. He just says this is what I know. So with that said, let's see what Tolmi does know. Pep Guardiola is ready to stay at Manchester City beyond next summer. In other words, if the deal that Manchester City gives Pep Guardiola is good enough, he will stay. His problem was wife and children, because there were like rumors that maybe his children would want to leave or something like that. They didn't want to be in England anymore. And pretty much, we'll go over to the next tweet already. And this is maybe the most important one. There you go. Read that. I'll read it for you. Despite his wife's business interests abroad, the whole family still feel at home whether they are visiting, working, or studying in England. Ain't that terrific? In other words, Pep Guardiola is staying. Because we all know, yeah? All of us know, Pep Guardiola wants to be better than 30. Who is the greatest ever manager? Who do people say when you say greatest ever manager? It is Jose Mourinho. People haven't been saying Jose Mourinho anymore, have they now? They've stopped with that. They say Ancelotti, because 5 Champions Leagues. They say, sure, Johan Cruyff. Some people still say that, the older heads. The younger people don't really say that a lot anymore. But a lot of people say Alex Ferguson. And why do they say Alex Ferguson? Because Alex Ferguson's trophy cabinet is bigger than Pep Guardiola's. The only way Pep Guardiola surpasses that is by staying at a European club where he can surpass that, obviously. He's not going back to Germany. He has no interest in going back to Germany, we all know that. He's not going back to Spain because Barca can't afford the players that Pep wants, and he doesn't want to go to Real Madrid. Maybe he'll go to Girona, but that's not happening. He's not going to Italy because there is not a single club in Italy that he has interest in. He is not going to a different club in England because he loves Manchester City, let's be honest. And is he going to France? I doubt it. I mean, it's possible, but I very much so doubt it. If Pep Guardiola wants to surpass Alex Ferguson, he stays at Manchester City, probably wins another second Champions League here, because if he does that, imagine that. He has won 2 Champions Leagues with Manchester City, has won 2 Champions Leagues already with Barcelona, just imagine this, yeah. Suddenly, Alex Ferguson Really. Better than Pep Guardiola, who won everything. In England, that Alex Ferguson won, plus he won a bunch of trophies at Bayern München and at Barcelona. That is how Pep Guardiola can surpass Alex Ferguson. We know he is a freak. We know he wants to surpass Alex Ferguson. And that is probably why he stays. I have said this all the way back, let me check again. All the way back in May somewhere. Yeah, I said this in May 27th. I said it in May 27th. I said it before then. I've said it after then. That's something different. I thought that was maybe a different video where I talked about Pep not leaving. But yeah, I have talked about this so much. And I'm glad to say he is probably not leaving. Again, told me he has information from inside of the club. He just says his opinions. Whenever you see a tweet from Tolmy, you actually have to read the entire tweet because you don't know, because it's just, again, his opinion on things he knows. So be careful with that. Just because Tolmy says something doesn't mean it's gonna happen. He just has his opinion on stuff he knows. So with that said, yeah, I don't know if there's anything in chat right now to talk about, but with that said, I think I'll transfer onto my opinion of Pep Guardiola while I wait to see if anything in chat comes in about it. My opinion on Pep Guardiola is maybe a bit controversial. As a Manchester City fan, it's a love-hate relationship. Pep Guardiola, and I know this might sound a bit bad, yeah? I don't like him. I don't like Pep Guardiola. And my reason is very simple. The football he plays is not proper football. I watched football in the 2000s, yeah, in the late 2000s, early 2010s. I know what proper football looks like. I know what it looks like when you have a bunch of ballers on a football pitch just balling out. That's not Pep Guardiola's football. I have never ever liked the football Pep Guardiola plays, revolutionized, and brought into England. I have never liked it, I will never like it. The only 2 seasons that I was entertained by Pep Guardiola's football was Centurions and was the treble. The later end of the treble season. The first half of the treble season, I also was not very entertained. I was like, hey, look at this Haaland guy, he's scoring goals all over the place. And then when Haaland stopped scoring as many goals, granted he was still scoring a lot of goals, but when Haaland slowed down a bit, it was like, oh yeah, it's the same boring shit. And then we got to the end of the treble season and we were insane because of how direct we played. But for the majority of the treble season, I did not like watching Manchester City. For 2022, I did not like watching Manchester City. It was boring. 21, Manchester City was boring to watch. 2020, Manchester City was boring to watch. 18-19, Manchester City was boring to watch. So the only time I have actually been properly entertained by Pep Guardiola's football, again, the latter end of the treble season. The 2 last months of that season and maybe the 2 first months of that season because of Erling Haaland. And the Centurion season. Because those were entertaining football, yeah? All the rest Pep Guardiola has done for Manchester City is boring, boring football. But you cannot deny that it has won us trophies. And I don't think there is a manager out there who can win us more trophies than Pep Guardiola has. I simply don't believe that there is a manager out there who can do a better job for Manchester City than Pep Guardiola. So, as Pep, I don't like Pep, but I understand that he is necessary. Because let's be honest, if Pep isn't here, we're not going to get the same job done by... let me hide this. Can I... Give me a second. Let me not be stupid. There we go. Perfect. Gloria. Gloria, as you say, Rosa. Finally. I knew this news was coming, but at least we finally have it. I'm not gonna be entertained by Manchester City unless Pep Guardiola changes his way of playing football. But you know what I care more about than being entertained watching football? It is watching Real Madrid play football, being entertained, then turning on Manchester City and seeing us win trophies and being even more entertained. Because guess what? I can watch Real Madrid all season long and they will fucking ball out, yeah. I can go watch fucking Cadiz. Well, maybe not Cadiz, but I can go watch Valencia. I can go watch Villarreal. They will play some proper football. That will entertain me, yeah? As long as I can just turn on Manchester City's games and see us lift a fucking trophy. Well, that's all you can ask for, isn't it? I don't need to be entertained watching Manchester City. I need to be entertained watching football. I can watch La Liga if I want to be entertained. If I want to win trophies, I want to keep Pep Guardiola. His football may be boring, but I think that is just alright. And seems like nothing is coming in yet here. This stream was a bit dead, but I hope that a few people will consider watching it after the stream is done. And with that said, thank you guys for everyone who has stuck along. Go down in the comments and tell me what you think about this entire thing if you watch the stream after the stream, I suppose. Like on replay. And I'll see you guys on the next one.